Hello, hello. I'm here. 10 minutes late. Yeah, that's me, Lucinda. 5 to 10 minutes late. Really normal. I've got this weird line across my computer screen. Is that dirt? No, it's like light and it's right on my mouth. See it? Which way, streamer? Right there. I have no idea what that is. Let me see. I'm sorry, but I'm going to move this light a little and see, is that the problem? It's just going to bug me for the wholesale. Let's see if I even need this light. Do I need that light? No, I don't need that light. Well, hallelujah. Okay, then. Woo! I am in San Francisco Bay Area. I'm in Berkeley. The line is still there. I'm just going to carry on. Yesterday in Berkeley, it was 96. Today, it is 92. So I think it got down to like 75 last night. Now, if I was at my homestead in Mendocino County, that's totally normal type of weather. And I would have all the right clothes. I would also be in my own personal little space and I could wear less clothes, right? Not live, but in general. So we're roasting over here, and the temperature is going to go down to the 80s for a couple days, and then shoot right back up. October is our summer. It's not fall; it's summer. So I'm hot. I'm here. So I'm Lucinda. This is my YouTube channel. I've been selling for just a little over a year on YouTube. It's fantastic. And I finally have tipped over the 300 mark by just 2 people for subscribers. I would really like to get to 500 by Christmas. That would be my Christmas present. I ship from the San Francisco Bay Area, California. If you bid on an item and win an item today, shipping is not included. I bill through PayPal, just like pretty much everyone else here. And I use Pirate Ship, pretty much just like everyone else who sells on YouTube. Pirate Ship saves you about a third in shipping costs. And I do build a box. So I come on Wednesdays and Fridays 90% of the time. And I go for 2 weeks. And then I start invoicing and shipping out. I currently have 2 packages that are being mailed out tomorrow morning. And the beginning of last week was the first of the 2 weeks. So this coming Friday, when I do my big jewelry sale, will be the end of the 2 weeks. So I do build a box to save you money, because you could put one jewelry item in there and will cost, making this up, $4.35. You could put 2 or 3. Still cost you $4.35, because it kind of goes up to the pound, right? It's very different than when I ship, old hand-blown glass, like the decanter, Empoli decanter, and the roly-polies back there, or the kangaroo man's wallet and key caddy, or the beautiful Ellie Smith raised candy jar, things like that. That's different. It's hard to save on shipping with those items, but not with jewelry. Hey, Lenore Reacts. How are you? Nice to meet you. Welcome in. So I put out on my community tab that I was going to have lots today. Lots, not meaning a lot, because I have a lot of doing a lot, but lots in quotes. So I have mini earring lots. Then I put them together to be similar in style. I have single earrings that someone redid at some point to modernize them, and they took Art Deco and Victorian pieces from either a necklace or they were actually earrings and put them on these new pieces, probably sometime in the 80s. That was a really popular thing to do in the 80s. And they will be sold separately because they're outstanding, but they still won't be a whole lot. A lot of these earring lots are going to be like $3, $6. And then I also put together some necklace lots and a couple other things. And then I have a whole bunch of vintage buttons on their cards that are not going to go for very much. And clampers, bracelets, necklaces. Oh, I have a couple brooch lots and some separate brooches. So I have a lot of stuff. So thank you, Lenore. Thank you. So there's going to be for anyone who's not here, if you know people who, are resellers or people who collect vintage, this is not your like really high end, but it's really cool and it's not low end and it's very good prices. So if you want to share me out for someone else to come in, please do so. Because I don't do this all the time. Now this may be, I know I'm talking a lot, but I've only got 2 people in here. So blah, blah, blah. We do that. No dead air, kind of like radio thing, waiting for people because I don't do recaps. So once I show an item, if no one's interested, it goes down unless later. Hey, Carol, you requested earring lots. I've got them. I don't do recaps, and Wednesdays may become the day when I do lots, and Fridays will be the singles and kind of the more high end. Sound like a plan, y'all? Okay, so I am going to start with some of the earring lots, and like I said, I spent a decent amount of time putting them together in what makes sense to me to be together. Now, we can't change them. We can't take one out. We can't, they are what they are, but they're so inexpensive. All right. So I'm going to make a note on my little piece of paper here, earring lots. And I'm just going to call them like A, B, C. I'm going to do T, E, F. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lots to start us off. Okay. And I will tell you the price as I pull them up. I hope everyone is doing really well and that you're safe, you're healthy, your family's safe and healthy, and that you are not under any extreme weather conditions or, just any kind of totally unnecessary stress. Okay. That is always my most sincere hope. So let's pull up some earring lots. How's that? And I'm going to put, let me get my thing on capitals because I'm my mod. Oh, there's a hair on my computer. That's annoying. This one is going to be a starting bid of, I got to put the little number sign, $7. And this is lot A. And I will show you, but I gotta write it down. Okay. So this is cool. There's actually one pair that was in here that I pulled for me, and I was wearing them yesterday, and they didn't have the right backs. And fortunately, right before I got out of my car, one fell out of my ear, and then the back went, I don't know where. But thank God I was in my car because I love them to death. And I have lots of earring backs, so I can just replace it. Okay, so what's in here? We showed this, Carol. Jason Adams. What's going on? My favorite mister. How are you? I'm doing some quick and fun things. Now, good Lord. See, I don't need this much light. I have this new stuff. I'm redecorating all behind me. This was my mother's office. And it hasn't really been changed except for me being in here for a little over 2 years. But I am redoing it. I have stuff. It's not done yet. And the light always sucks in here. No matter what I do. I have ring light and all of that. So these are green eggs and ham. And I'm going to get a white piece of paper, y'all. This is, wear something white. This is ridiculous. They're bright green eggs and ham. Oh, no. You all don't see bright green eggs and ham, do you? Oh, man. And they're post back. These are totally late 60s, possibly early 70s. Look at the color. Oh, man. Okay. If I turn that light back on, is that going to make a difference? I don't think so. This is the worst my color washout has ever been. Oh, I feel sad. They're dark, dark, dark green. Like an apple, like a green apple. So I'm just going to move on. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know why. No, I could try putting it on black. I'll try. I don't want to take up 10,000 hours doing this, and I'm not going to because I have a lot of earring lots to go through and standalone. No. That's terrible. Okay. Well, you got to trust me. They're dark green. Okay. Now with that, it's just these. Now see, this shows bright yellow. They're just those plastic kind of like orb clip-ons. Super lightweight. Really fun. So the other set was pierced. Those are clips. The pink. Now these are pink. See? Oh, bad. They're darker pink than that. StreamYard. Darker pink than that. Clip-ons. I love this. Is mod. This is stuff I love, but that doesn't mean y'all do. And then we have this beautiful red plastic, which I think is possibly, it's early 60s, if not late 50s. They're pierced, and you see the striations of color. Yeah, I considered testing these for some type of Bakelite, but my gut says more that it may be like a lucite blend. So the lot of that, and I'll try to do something about my light, y'all, but it's so hot I don't even like moving around in here. I had the AC on until I came on. 1, 2, 4. So there's 4 pairs for $7 in this lot. If you want it, put in A. Remember, I don't do recaps, so that's not going to happen. So if you're interested, put it in. And I am going to put on my bottom shelf. I'm gonna spin this around with my last effort. My last effort at this terrible lining. EST. I don't know. Maybe that was the problem, but I kind of doubt it. Yeah. So let's keep on trucking. Let's keep on trucking. Sorry. Okay. And like I said, I put these together in a way that made sense to me. And that was just happened to be the first lot I pulled up. Okay, so this with the roses and gold in green starts out at 8. So this lot, this is not one of those days where I do like a show and tell and a big education. This is Wednesday. I go faster, and I have so much beyond. Oh, good Lord. Now I'm dropping things. What is the world trying to tell me? Hey. I usually move slower. Maybe that's the problem. Okay. So the first item that's in this lot of earrings are these really gorgeous. See, and I've even got that weird autofocus camera thing going on. They're really nice. This is green. Is it? Hold on. No, it's not. Oh, no, it's not. It's actually a blue. It's a little darker than that, but at least we're getting somewhere. It's so hot I closed this, but maybe if this was open, it would help. Y'all, I'm going to go crazy with this. This is not usually a big issue. Oh, terrible way to start off my sale. I apologize. I'm losing everyone. That's not just like, who wants to watch that bleep show? So these are really nice. They're pierced. Dainty. Nice construction. I would go with, oh Lord. You know, the style to me is very 50s, 60s, but they could have been redone in the 80s. And they're about probably an inch. First pair, second pair, and good Lord, I love these. I have no idea if these are the original card or not. They are these pink. Yep, actual. Yep. Doesn't feel like plastic, feels like actual pottery is not the right word, but you get the idea. Little roses. Now it might be 928 surgical steel post. I do not know, because they could have just been set in those cards. And 1928 is a new brand. Posts. Nice backs. And then these clip-on pearls, just single pearls. And I believe these ones might have been marked. So $8 for this set. Yes, these are marked. These are Trifari. Probably from the 90s. Just your basic pearls. Silver tone. $8. 3 pairs, $8. 1 clip-on and 2 post. The rose and the other are gold and gold tone in color, and the other is silver. These are really pretty and dainty and a little smaller than an inch around. And these are lovely. These are my favorite. Really elegant. Okay, that was lot B. Hi, Cashmere Buzz. What's going on? Thank you for coming over. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I hope my internet is behaving as well today, y'all, because it doesn't always. It doesn't always. Not at all. Okay. This is a really fun lot. I mean, I think they're all fun, but you know, that's just me because I love my jewelry. Okay. This is going to be 7. Carol. Carol, you would like the B. Okay. You would like the B. You would like lot B. This one. Good job, Carol. Okay. Yes, and so they are really I need to, it's because I'm so hot. It's been so hot for 2 days. These are not a starting bid. This is a buy it now. So I will put that in. I have not been clear. My apologies. And Carol, I was just thinking I'm putting your package together and mailing it out tomorrow. So I'll just invoice you for that as well. Okay. So buy it now. This is going to be 10. Buy it now 10. Lot C. Man, this has a couple really fun things. Couple really fun. First off, there's these. They're black and white polka dots. Is this the right card? Y'all, no idea. No idea. I mean, and I tend to doubt these things because as they get passed around all over the place, we find a card, we find a box, we find a bag, but it doesn't mean that it matches up. And I'm not going to spend my time researching that with earrings. So I didn't. Then this is really fun. You have to get it to sit just, there you go. Is that correct? Yes. These are really lightweight, but really fun. It's like a black, is it enameled? It's more like, I think it's a piece of plastic. And then it's got, so here they are like this. They are silver toned. They've got this great way to close the earrings. Boom. I love that way that they go through, and then there's that extra locking mechanism. And this is a separate piece from this, and that. So there's 4 pieces hanging off of them, and they are super lightweight. Super lightweight. I love them. Look at that. Really fun. And I thought the black and white. And here, this is my favorite. This is definitively, I think that these were on something else and put on these wires. They're probably from the early 70s. They're metal. Silver tone wires. They are just, you remember this this particular Art Deco like arrow. This was on neon signs for like come in the drive-in flashing. It's also Native American, and it was made a really big comeback as all things jewelry in the 70s. It's painted metal. Well, painted is not the right word. It's like baked, if you will. Here's the back. And they're almost as long as the earrings I'm wearing. So I would say they're about 2 inches long, and they're very lightweight. Yep. So buy it now, $10. This pair. This pair, which is just to me, so let me get it right. So much fun. Hear the jingle? I don't know if you do or not. And they're not too, someone used this word earlier today at a sale, ostentatious, right, Fuzz? And then black and white square posts. They're probably about 1.25 inches, around $10. Lot C. Lot C. And I seriously considered keeping this one. And I still might. Because I can do that. Okay, lot D. Y'all have so many different types. If someone, woo, this is a big lot. This is a big lot that they all needed to go together. And this is going to be a buy it now of 15. Woo! I do that a lot. Hold on. Man, computers. Anyone who's hung out with me for a while knows that I always have a thing trying to make this work. Come on, I said enter. Thank you. So this is lot D. This is a fun lot. And this is a fun lot. And it's a big lot for 15. Okay. And people have been really wanting gold tone. So here are these fabulous late 70s, 80s enameled gold and white tone. Love them. They're a little on the heavier side. It looks like someone was trying to sell these for $21 at some point. I bet that didn't go over very well. But hey. Just to give you a quick idea, they're very nice construction. I actually didn't spend a lot of time looking at these to see if they have a maker's mark or are signed, if you will. I don't think they do, but they could have been. So that's the first pair. Then there's a very similar but totally different pair with the gold with the white. Really nice. And, let's give you a... There you go. So, 1.5 inch, but these are wider circles, both pierced gold tone. These are pierced and they're metal, white button style, probably 1.5 inches in diameter. These are 70s, possibly late 60s. Here's the back. I love these. They literally are made like buttons. And they're hollow, so these aren't very heavy. And then the last one that I felt deserved to be in the set because it's all white, it's all enamel, it's all the plastic, and gold tone. And again, these are really nice. White, gold tone, raised up 2 layers of the gold, edging, pierced, and again, here's the back. These also are not that heavy. Really nice. So right there, Oh, bye, Buzz. I'm sorry about that. Thank you for coming. So for $15, you get a fabulous selection of gold and white. Very holiday season, very year-round, very office, and or gifts. You've got 4 pairs. And that is D. That is lot D. These are too heavy for me at my age, but they would be fabulous for a teenager or someone 20s, 30s. And I really like the atomic design that they brought back for these. All pierced. Okay, lot D. I do not do recaps. So if you come in late, you need to go to the wheel and fast forward. Or if there's something that you're like, I'm wondering if you have this or this type of item, type it in the chat and I'll let you know. I'm totally willing to work with you. Let's see. Oh, these are sweet. These are going to be $3. BIN. What did I do? Okay, BIN for see. Me and technology cannot be trusted. These are so sweet. I put these two together because, again, I think they go together. I think individually I could sell them for $3 a piece if I really wanted. But I got these earrings at a good price, and I want to share with y'all. These are lovely. These are great for older ears, for just adding a small splash instead of like me with these giant, really old, made in Italy, pink abalone. These are like from the 40s, made in Italy, sterling silver. A friend gave them to me and I love them, but they're heavy. So whereas these are gold tone, very lightweight and really sweet. They'd be great for you. They'd be great for a teenager or a granddaughter who's just starting to wear earrings and you want to let them have a little bit of splash, but not too much, right? So there's that one. And then these are just sweet. This is lot E, $3. I mean, you know, $3, you can't really go wrong. They're gold tone, really lightweight, pierced earrings. And these are, hold on, y'all, I always do this. Yeah, they are ceramic, tiny little pink tea roses. $3. Lot E. That's all that's in there. $3 lot E. Okay, I'm going to show one more lot of earrings. And then I'll show you one of the kind of Art Deco ones that I'm talking about that someone redid. Such a big thing in the 80s. We all went to the thrift stores and tore all the stuff apart because it was so abundant, you know, and made it into a new thing. So, I don't know. I've showed so many different varieties and only got one bite. So, I'm not sure what y'all want. Not sure tall. Not sure tall. Okay, how about this? I don't know. I have others, but I don't, you know, if someone puts in there, I'm looking for such and such, then I could say I have it or I don't have it. Buy it now. 8. Hi, everyone. I know. For me, I'm moving really fast. Really fast. Earthbound, honey. Hi. How you doing today? Right as I said that, you came in, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to take a breath. Earthbound's here. She needs me to breathe with her in a slow, calm way. So this is a lot of shell earrings, okay? Shell earrings. Here's the silver lever back. I love these two. Clasp. And then they are dyed yellow abalone shell on the bottom with a plastic crystal added at the top. And they are silver tone. I want to try to get it. There you go. They're not different colors. It's the same color. It's just the way the light is hitting it. So you get to see the shell in there. They're probably, a tiny bit over an inch long. Really light. Really lightweight. So there's that one. And then there is these really fun jingle jangle. And I actually have a necklace that is very similar with lots and lots of multi-strands of this and one other that's similar that these would go great with. So if you're interested in this lot and you want to see that necklace, if it's sitting somewhere right next to me, I will bring it out and show you. Silver tone wires, dyed golden, purple, blues, pink, abalone shell. And they jingle, jingle, jingle. And they too are, there's also grays. There's some natural abalone, and then the brown is natural. The bluish black is, even some of the pink is natural, but it's buffed out and perhaps dyed a little. And they're about an inch long. They would, if I wore more than one set of earrings, they would match these quite nicely. Super lightweight. Super lightweight. Like I said, I got these all at a really good price. So I am, just wanting to share them with all of you and offer them up and see what you think. I liked Carol's suggestion of putting them in a lot. Now, these are gold tone lever back. And then they are this really nice thin cut abalone with a thin piece of like a brass type, and it may be brass metal with this kind of swirled yellow in the middle. Now, let me check that out. I haven't checked that out because it's plastic. Okay, that's what I thought. Has a little bead at the top that is, it's a teeny, teeny, tiny piece of tiger's eye. Here's the back. And again, they're really light. If you like shell, these would be a great buy for you. Sorry, they're backwards. There you go. These are probably maybe an inch and a half long. So, all three, buy it now. Lot F for the 3 abalone. earrings, 2 silver tone and 1 gold. And all these are earrings. They're all vintage. These are all earrings, if you want to call 80s vintage, which we do, and some are older than that I've been showing. This is all, you couldn't buy these for this cheap at the store. Now you might be able to find them at a thrift store or a yard sale, sure. And these are great. These are year-round colors and just no strain on your ears. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to show any more lots of earrings like that unless we get back to it and someone requests, because I still have several sets in here, all different types. Okay. But I'm going to put it down here for right now with the other ones. And again, if someone comes in now or later, you need to go to your little wheel setting and put it on speed 1.5 or 2 and look through and see what hasn't sold and put it in the chat that you're interested, and I'll pull it back up for you. So now I said that I was going to show you a pair, and I have a whole bunch of them, a pair of one of these. I couldn't believe it when I was going through this. At first I thought, no, it's tired. I mean, it's tired. It, as in me, it's tired. It's still tired. I am still tired. It's like, no, that can't be right. You're seeing things. That's not, no way. However, no, it is correct. And I'm so grateful someone did this, but at the same time, shocked. So I'm going to show you 2 pairs and offer them for the same price. And you will see what I mean. These are my 2 favorite. It doesn't mean I don't like the other ones, but these are my 2 favorite. Let me get the other ones back in their bag. I keep everything at all times in organza, and if I have to, plastic bags. When it comes to you, it's usually in organza and or a recycled cardboard jewelry box. Okay, so this is going to be Deco Choice, and they will be a buy it now of $13. Let's see if anyone, and I will put that in there now of $13, and I will put choice because it's for choice. So you all tell me, because I'm always open to feedback. If you think I'm wrong, you tell me I'm wrong. But everything in my gut is like, And I considered keeping them all. I did. But then I was like, so much jewelry. Do I really need to do that? So the first pair, I'm going to show you one. Look at this. Hold on. What? StreamYard, stop it. Do you see that? That's an amethyst. That's an amethyst on what was probably plated, electroplated gold, or let me go back this way. I'll put them on black in a minute. Or, like 8 karat. I want to really show this to you. I want to show you the detail. 8 karat gold. Hold on with my eyes. I just want to see if there's a mark. I don't think so, but there's something at the bottom. And of course, now the light is shining in a very weird way for me. No. Okay. Let me show you the back. Do you see the fine filigree kind of work? It's not stamped. It's not stamped out. It's not showing so great like that. It needs to be on something. And then what they did, they took it off and they put it on this piece of metal with this purple enamel work over it, which is kind of in several different color waves. And so, and it's on a gold wire. So it really makes this amethyst and gold pop. It is not a repop, and I do not have a stone tester, but it is a stone and it is purple. And based on that design, look at the design. Everything in me is screaming amethyst. They're $13 a piece. I think they're beautiful. They weigh nothing. So that's one pair. And then these, same thing. These are these are even better in my mind, in my world, in my knowledge. I think these are Victorian. Let me show you the back of it first. See that? It's not stamped. See the long piece? And then you see how the stone is set further back up in there. Then, and this is, I'm pretty dang sure this is an early opal because it has still the little black around the edges. They didn't fully remove that. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You see that? Look at that work. Absolutely. I mean, these are, you really have to like touch them and feel them. And then they layered it over this new metal with, again, the white enameled. Let me see, I got to separate it. The white enameled piece to further highlight this incredible Victorian. And these could have come off of a necklace, a bracelet, or they could have been earrings. And the detail, it's the detail on these that make it so clear to me that, number one, that they're real stones, and number two, that they're older. Oh, StreamYard. There you go. Does that help you all with the raised teeny tiny detail? I don't know if it does or not, but that's what I got. So these are not modern in any way. Either one of them. 13 choice. They're tiny, dainty, so sweet. And I got to tell you that I can be wrong. I don't have a stone tester, and antique and Victorian has not been my jam as a reseller, but I know a lot about all of it. And this just hit me in my gut when I started sorting. There were several pairs, and I was like, wait a minute. That is not modern. These are old. So if in fact I am right, and I believe that I am, and these are a Victorian with like an opal, not finished black stone, and the amethyst, they're probably worth just those little pieces a lot more than, whoa, dropping. a lot more than $13 to collectors. And they would just, they're beautiful. They would make, even to someone who doesn't care about whether it's vintage or not, they would make gorgeous gifts. I mean, look at that and tell me that that's not Art Deco or Victorian. And they're amethyst. They're not repops. Someone just did what we did in the 80s. They took apart this stuff, not really even realizing what it was and not caring, because back in the 80s, we really didn't have, there was just not a good awareness. So we took stuff apart. Absolutely stunning. Okay, y'all. Hola, Maritza. What's going on? All right. So nobody was interested in those for 13 a piece. I really thought that someone would want at least one of these pairs. Because the quality, I mean, you don't find it. Look at me. Why do I keep dropping things? Now, I will say this. I dropped it, so I got to find it. There it is. I will say this. Extreme weather changes, hot or cold, can bring on I have chronic pain, fibromyalgia. And so that definitely could be playing a part in it. But also yesterday, I went for an eye exam. Okay, everyone goes for eye exams. Well, I haven't been for 6 years because she said I didn't need to come back for a few years. And then my mom got sick. And then I've been a caretaker, first for her, and then she passed 2 years ago in June. And then my dad, 3.5 years. And so all my health concerns just got put back here. So it's been 6 years, but I went into this appointment and every type of machine you can think of, they made me hold my chin in like this and patches on my eye for 10 minutes here and then 10 minutes over here. And then, oh no, okay, let's go over to this machine, scoot yourself all like this, uncomfortable. And then finally the drops in my eyes. I mean, I was there over 2 hours. And by the time I left, my whole upper body was just screaming at me. My eyes were gigantic. Everything was blurry. And it was the end of the day. I was the last patient. They didn't even give me the sunglasses that you need to drive. I can't tell you how much fun it was driving home. I was like in the slow lane, just like praying. So why was I saying all this? A fibro flare, for whatever reason, I tend to start dropping things. Often that's a clue to me that I'm going into a pain flare really soon. Things just drop out of my hands like I have no control. It's bizarre. Okay, so enough with me. I'm here. I'm good. All right, so listen. Someone let me know. Do you want to see some necklace slots? Do you want me to show you just some standalone items? Someone drop me in a thing. What do you want to see from me? Because, I mean, I'll just bring it up and show you. But maybe you are here for a particular reason. And if so, I would love to help you out. Anyone? And literally my eyes are still kind of fuzzy. And that's weird because they put the drops in at like 5 o'clock. And I had to sit in a dark room. Like, everything was so weird, and wear my own sunglasses over top of my glasses until I fell asleep. But they're still fuzzy. Okay, no one's putting anything in the comments. So I'm going to show something that I showed Friday with Dandy. And I love this thing. And I was really surprised it didn't sell. This is some serious, fabulous vintage. And I'm bringing it. Okay, this is a starting bid. What did I say? I am so addicted to jewelry. I so love jewelry. Um, and I'm sure you all can tell that and that it comes across on the screen because I'll pick these things up and I'll be like, oh, I should be keeping that. Oh, they can't. They just can't. Okay, so I showed this on Friday. I'm showing it again. This is, oh, and hold on now. I got to backtrack. Now that I'm looking at it and I'm remembering again, I am unclear if this is actually vintage. It has all the look of vintage, but I did not do my research, and it says that something New York. If anyone was here, you may remember. It's the grapes. Something New York. I didn't do my research. One of y'all could do a Google. Celebrity New York. I could do a Google. I could figure out if it's vintage or not. And maybe I'll do that. So here's the tag, the hang tag. Dip. Doesn't want to focus. Yeah, gotta love it. Celebrity New York. It is not silver. It's silver tone. There you go. It's upside down. But Celebrity New York. If it's not vintage, it's one of the best vintage remakes that I've ever seen. And I would say, based on the construction, if it's a vintage, 60s, because they're doing the in-between loop closures in this style that was very popular in the 50s. Very small. See, but really well done. I mean, this is a very well constructed chain. The chain itself to me is fabulous. I love it. I love this style of chain. It is quite long. I can give you a measurement if you like. It does have a clasp, so you don't have to pull it over your head. It's just your basic jump ring clasp. And then this is what's so fabulous. These grapes in silver tone. They are hollow, so it's not too heavy. They are, hold on. Hold on, y'all. This is, yeah, they are metal. They are metal. Look at that. This is so, I just, to me, this is really unique. It's got every type of thing about it that I love, other than the fact that it's not all plastic, which would make it even better for me. And then the top has that very vintage style of carving out and polishing and burnishing the metal so that it really has all the detail of leaves. I'll put it on my dolly and I'll show it to you. And all of these move individually. Every single little ball moves individually under here. Look at how pretty. I just think this is a stunning piece. I don't think it's a vintage repop, but if anyone Googled it, Earthbound 70s, is it Earthbound? So you Earthbound, you Googled it for me? Because it has that vibe. Yeah, late 60s, 70s. Look at it. Talk about fun. Talk about fabulous. So Earthbound, honey, did you just Google it and find out that Celebrity New York was made in the 70s? Or are you saying it reminds you of the 70s? Because I like to be educated, and I just didn't Thank you. That so makes sense. So that's actually a really great price for this then. I wonder if this probably doesn't sell for quite a bit more. I mean, $28 starting bid is really good. I thought it was, you know, I'm asking enough, right? But if I had an eBay store, I'd be asking for double. The grape itself is like 2 inches, the bunches of grapes. My little tiny valley with about 5,000 people where my homestead is located it used to be all sheep and apples and of course logging. And starting in the 80s, and a few wineries, very few. Starting in the 80s, after Napa Valley exploded, they started bringing them over there. So I'm surrounded by lots of grapes, which can be very annoying. It's about a 10.5 inch on each side of the chain. So altogether, that is like 21 inches, 21 inches, and then 2-inch drop with the grape. So, y'all, this is beautiful. I don't know how many more times I'm going to bring it before I before I keep it. So, think about it. Think about it. Okay, it's going down. I've had a lot of stuff go down. What are people, I said I was bringing sets. I'm happy to bring sets. Let's do this. Wednesdays are my shorter days as well. And because I don't do recaps, if you want to get in, you've got to brrr through, or on the rewatch, email me. And Friday is my last sale before I invoice for build-a-boxes. Although Carol keeps building her box up because I keep wanting to ship the package out and she keeps putting more stuff in. So 3 brooches. This is a lot of 3 brooches. And it is going to be $30. Earthbound, you didn't tell me how you were feeling today, honey. And your gift, you know what? Earthbound, I need to invoice Carol, which actually I did invoice Carol, but now she bought something else. So I am mailing your Earthbound. I'm mailing your package out tomorrow, unless some catastrophe happens. And then because it's you can pay me, in a week or so. All right. I know that you will. And for all of you who, are like, well, what's up with that? Earthbound has many, many times taken the notes for me and listed every item and its starting price, sold, and who it sold to, out of the kindness and generosity of her heart, not because I ever asked. So there's a particular relationship I have with her where I'm comfortable in doing that, where I would not necessarily offer that to everyone. However, I want you to know that I can get behind on invoicing. I can get behind on shipping. And I understand that sometimes people could get a little behind on paying. If that ever happens with you, please, instead of just ignoring it and making it look like something is wrong, email me and say, Lucinda, I'm having a hard time. My pet had to have surgery or something. I don't know. And just keep me abreast of what's happening and I can give you some grace. Okay. Thank you so much. So Earthbound. Wait a minute. Earthbound, aren't you home? Earthbound? Okay, we'll get back to that. Now you just made me concerned. All right. I put it in, buy it now. 3 brooches, $30. So that's $10 a brooch starting bid. I bought this several times. It's absolutely stunning. I have no idea with this raised pave rhinestones, this gorgeous double sunflower with the gold, and they deliberately leave this like a little bit of silver to make it have an extra pop. I've been mystified as to why this one it's heavy, it's gorgeous, it's just unsigned. I've never understood why no one has bought it. I bought it at numerous different prices. This is the cheapest one yet in the lot. And this will be the last time I bring this one. If this doesn't sell in this lot today, it's going to go on one of my many, many shirts where I cover everything with brooches. So, fair warning. Oh, okay. You're not back in the hospital then, Earthbound, because I was like, what? That's what made I got really frightened. I was like, you're back in the hospital because you were on the mend. So that made me nervous. This looks as though it could have a signature in the middle, but I don't think so. I think that's just the metal. Here's the back. 70s. Maybe, let's see, where's the pin back? Yep. Maybe early 80s. Really nice bow. About probably 2¼ inches. Both sides dimension with a faux pearl. I really like the open weave. It's simple yet elegant. Whereas this one pops. It's in your face. It's heavy. It's layered. And it's about 3 inches long by 2 inches tall. And then the last one, oh, Earthbound. Okay, Earthbound. I'm going to have to come out there and take care of you. You think I'm joking. They're caregivers for my dad and come out there and take care of you. I can't, Earthbound, stop it. This is not what I want to hear. Okay, this has something. See that? And it's not like gook. It's something. But what? I don't know. Like I said, my eyes are still kind of weird. But that is, I believe that's some kind of maker's mark. And this is, I think this is probably from the early 70s. Uh-oh, there goes my dad's phone. Early 70s. And it is, hold on. Wait a minute. It is a glass rhinestone. It is a beautiful dark green glass rhinestone. Quite big and cut like a flower. And I really like the way it has the solid gold tone hoops and the rolled gold tone circles. It's just a really nice construction. And it's really pretty. Look at that. Let's put it over here away from that. Yep. So starting bid, 30. That's $10 a brooch. Yep. $10 a brooch. Giving them away, y'all. Giving them away. Nobody's interested at 30. $10 a brooch. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong, you guys? Help me. Help me. I really I spent, it doesn't matter to you, and there's no blame, there's no shame, there's no anything, but I spent time putting things together. I'm like, well, these things haven't sold, and one of these things just doesn't belong here. No, all of these things seem to go together really nicely, and I thought they would be good deals for y'all with me, just making a little. But I don't know, I don't seem to have it down. Earthbound. Earthbound. I'm gonna have to email you, get your phone number, talk to you about this, girl. I am Earthbound. Earthbound. Can I email you and maybe I get your phone number and we talk privately? Earthbound, I'm not happy. I'm not happy about that. I'm serious. I don't even remember what state you're in, but I want to fly out there and give you a hug and like feed you ginger lemonade, or I don't even know. Okay. Okay, this is a blue glass drop necklace. I brought it last time. I'm bringing it again. It is going to be $18 starting bid. SB. And I also, Wednesdays, I tend to bring my like low medium range stuff. So I'm trying to do that color. Oh yeah, okay. Well, see, all right. That's not too hard for me to do. All right. So it has a lobster clasp. Lobster. It's not sterling silver. It's probably was made in the last 20 years, maybe the last 30. They use some stunning blue glass. Dark blue, light blue. There's flowers. There's the silver toned pieces in the middle. There's double colored clear, like blue ones there and on the other side. Coming down to this, I always think of Tibet when I see this Tibet and the Middle East, more like tribal, ancient, this type of long silver with an attachment mid piece. Always, it reminds me of Tibetan jewelry. And then this fabulous dark blue. Well, this is not the right color blue. I'll put it on black in a minute. Bead. These are all blown glass. Well, not all, but the ones like this, this. They are a higher quality bead. It's really pretty. Look at that. I'll put it on Dolly. That's her name. Dolly. Boy, look at that. I just got a message from my computer thing that I have 9 data breaches. Makes me very paranoid. What? Did someone come on YouTube and steal all my data? Look at that. This is the right color blue. See that? It's a little more, not quite. It's a little more aqua-y, aqua ocean-y, but it's close enough. Look how pretty that is. Beautiful glass necklace. $18. I believe that I brought this on Friday, unless it was at the very end and I didn't. And I was probably asking 25 to 30. So 18. Again, this is when I bring you items where I'm not making a whole lot. So I'm not making a whole lot on this. But I think one of my friends would look beautiful in it. Okay. And, you know, I might as well give you the drop. Why not? It is. So from here, 7. It's about, again, about 11 on each side. So 22 plus about 1.5 inches. Really nice, heavy, gorgeous blue glass drop. So it's a good size. So Dolly can go over here. And if this was on me and around my neck, let's see. Let's put it on. This one is really worthy of your attention, as is everything. But, you know, everything in this world is worthy of our attention. We need to pay more attention on a regular basis to everything. So, yeah, it just hits me right at the beginning of the cleavage line. Look how pretty that is. It's beautiful. 18 starting bid, y'all. And there's this thing in my way. I can't see the chat. There you go. Starting bid 18. Okay, Earthbound. All right. Yeah. Tomorrow will probably be a good day. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm worried. Okay. It's going down. Going in the blue bag. All right. So it's been an hour and, you know, 17 minutes. We're just going to go with an hour because there's usually about 17 minutes of, you know, talking and whatever. And I sold one earring lot to Carol for $8. So, okay, Earthbound. What do people want? What do you guys want? I am mystified. Some days I come on and it's like everything sells and it's like, you know, just boom, boom, boom. And then there's other days where like 1 or 2 things sell. And I can't find a pattern. I'm always looking for the pattern. Like, what is it? You know, what's the pattern? What am I missing here? What am I doing? I'm not bringing high enough quality stuff. What am I doing? You know, I need to lot it up. I need to, I don't know. This time, Wednesday at this time is not the greatest time. I do know that. But I don't know why. And, you know, there's never like a great time. So this is 3 gold tone vintage necklaces. And the lot of them is going to start at $36. 36, item number 5. And they're all similar in that they're vintage. One is that 928 though, so it's not. So 2 are vintage and 1 is the very popular, apparently, Repop 1928 brand or 1928. I don't really know how they say it. But $38, I could sell this one I have in my hand right here for probably 20. So when I tell you I'm bringing you good deals today, I am. And I'm just hoping that someone is noticing and paying attention to that. This is not signed. This is probably late 70s, maybe early 80s. Really good construction. It's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strands. 5 strands. No maker's mark. It comes down and it's gold, gold, gold. Here we go, back here. Gold, gold, gold tone. Very sparkly. This is a vintage piece. This is not the 928. Then it comes down to the, good Lord, the name just went right out of my head. To this piece, which I don't know why the name is not in my head right now, but it is not. It's a very solid, really lovely burnished metal. I mean, these were actually very popular in the 60s as well. So it could be as old as that. Okay. It could, but without having done, a ton of research and all that, I didn't. So, and this is a lovely piece. It's hollow, but it's solid. Really nice. Then it has these, and then the tassels. And the tassels are different. See the thicker and the thinner chains? Yeah. I remember these. I remember my friends' moms wearing these in the 60s. So I'm gonna say it's more like late 60s. 1, 2, 3. Good Lord. 4, 5, 6. There's probably like 12 pieces of chain here. This is a really nice piece. Talk about nice for the holidays. And I was surprised that this wasn't like a when I first saw it, I thought, oh, like 90s Trifari, but no, it's not. It's a little heavy, but not heavy in a way that's like going to hurt you. I can't wear really heavy things on my neck because of my chronic pain, frozen shoulders and all kinds of stuff. Look at that. Look at that. Instant elevation. Oh, it feels really good on my neck. So I'm going to leave it on for a minute because I feel like I should be going out to a super fancy restaurant now. Maybe that's what I need to do. Okay. So that's the first necklace in this lot for 36. Oh boy, this is how I get in trouble. This is the one with the hang tag of 1928, right? Yes. This is the hang tag of 1928. They have done, it's got a barrel clasp. They have done, or is it metal? Nope, it's actually barrel. Very good. They have done a really great job. This kind of chain in real gold. Early 70s. I mean, it's been around for a long time, but early 70s, this stuff came back into vogue like nobody's business. Unisex, men and women. And virtually everyone I knew had a gold or silver one of these type of braided chains, usually relatively short, about right here. And they were not cheap. They were not cheap. So we saved up our pennies, but it was the style. And then down here at the bottom is this really lovely drop faux pearl. It's cream color. And then it has the little tiny faux pearls at the bottom. It says, yep. It's really nicely made faux pearl because when you hit it on your teeth, it's solid. It's a nice cream pearl. They didn't chintz out on it. So, I mean, it is a good brand, even though it's modern. And there's the back. And it's a shorter one for sure. Sorry, my phone keeps going off. There's a fire like 100 miles from my homestead, but it's so hot. There's no humidity. And so it's, it's a high alert danger time. So this can go on Dolly, and I'll show you the third one. Da-dum, da-dum, dum, dum, dum. Earthbound. Earthbound, when did you go? Yeah, from all the coughing, right? Earthbound. Earthbound, when did you go back in the hospital, honey? Not happy about this. Not happy at all. This is a Monet. So this is Monet. This is like a 90s Monet. 80s or 90s. Monet. It is a simple multi-loop triple strand, almost like a choker. Monet. Really gorgeous. It's a nice piece. And it's gold tone. And I'll tell you what I've been telling people. So here you go. So it's not too tight. Not at all. I'll tell you what I've been telling people. Look at how pretty that is. While this may be like the 80s, 90s Monet, the 80s is coming on hot and heavy. So it is the next new vintage collectible in everything. All the kitsch, all the Cabbage Patch, the jewelry. It's the new thing. So if you're a reseller or if you collect and you want to have things that are going to retain value, you want to start buying this stuff because it's the next round. Okay. So that was 3 pretty fabulous gold, the Monet. Beautiful triple strand. What I like to call kind of a braided loop. This with that Italian style gold chain with the nice faux pearls. 1928 hang tag. And it is, that pearl is going to hit me right at my clavicle bone. So, that's probably like 8 inches, and then the drop, 8 inches each side. And then this, which I am not so sure anymore if I'm going to sell it. That's what happens. Keep 1, sell 9. That's my motto. Keep 1, sell 9. And since I can't get it off easily right now with my long fingernails and not having a mirror, it's going to stay on even though it's gold and I'm wearing silver. I mean, I mix and match anyway. So, we'll just leave it. I'll know it goes back in here. And again, it may not go back in there because me and Dolly are doing like a trial of Wednesdays being less expensive, lotted up day with a few higher end pieces. So, I do not know if I may separate them and sell them all separately again. I mean, this is how I roll. And I don't know who's here. So I don't know exactly what I should bring. I have these sets. I have this stuff. You guys want to see buttons? Only got 3 people in here. There's a lot of other resellers on. And I think some of them were starting at about 4. So that's reasonable. And, I'm just doing the best I can over here. So this is, and I don't know, maybe when people rewatch, they'll be like, wait, what just happened? Sunday? Oh, you went back in on Sunday, Earthbound? I am just so sorry. No. Okay. See, this is not jewelry, but these are fabulous. And this, if the right person is here and you craft, you sew, you knit, or you collect, and you want vintage buttons, $2 a card. And these are one of those things, I don't do any of that anymore. And I mostly made jewelry. I made stained glass. I draw a little bit. I can write poetry. I'm not super crafty though. And knitting and sewing on a sewing machine. Hand sewing, yes. Sewing on a sewing machine, oh my Lord, freaked me out. I made a kimono, but it was hard. So this is $2 choice. So you just need to type in which card you want. And even though I don't do all of those things, I thought about just stashing these away with all my little things that I stash away. Because there's things I just like and I just have. And so, okay, so here's what we're going to do. A few of these only have a couple things on it. So they're going to go together. And y'all are just going to have to remember that, okay? So this, oh Lord, this costs Kmart 58 cents. So 80s. It is a panda bear in a roller skate made in Japan. It says 3 count, but 1 is gone. Panda bear and a roller skate. Here's the back. And 2 red strawberries. Hand washable. They originally cost $1.10. Made in Japan. They give you the sizes. They have the original buttons. Don't come with these little things on them anymore. That's too expensive. So this is one choice. Here is tiny. These are pink ears. They're not showing very good. Little bunnies. Little bunnies. Here's the back. That's a choice. You just have to put in what one you want. So if you want the bunnies, you would say bunnies. If you want the strawberries and the roller skate and that, what you would put that in. You just have to put it in. I can't keep track of all that. Okay, these are called buddy buttons. And these are how many are in here? Hold on, you guys. 1, 4. So these are little old-fashioned cars, possibly a fire engine. It's hard to make out. They've never been opened. But I think just a car. So like these would be teeny tiny buttons. International Incorporated. So these would be teeny tiny buttons you would put on your, the teeny little sweater or little dress or little shirt. They're also, yes, for decoration, because in the 80s, people would just sew buttons on top of jean jacket pockets. on the bottom of the bell bottom of your jeans in the 70s, up along the seam. They weren't necessarily useful buttons. They were just decorative. Yes, but you are here, Earthbound, and you're staying here. You're not going anywhere yet. These are, I don't know, either little squirrels or little tiny chipmunks. It's some kind of animal with a nose and a black tail and like a pushed up furry hair. Don't know, 4 of them. Oh God, I love these because of the color. Anyone here a parrot head? Look at these green parrots. Oh my God. Look at those things. Those are fabulous. Someone please buy these and do something cool with them. This is for football helmets. Heck yeah. 4 football helmets. So you see what I'm talking about? How we did the decorating with so you're a dude and you're really into football and you got your jean jacket, or your wool overshirt, and you put the football buttons up there above your pocket. It's kind of like a pin for men or for women, but instead of a pin, you just permanently sew it on instead of a brooch. These are adorable little pink kitties, almost like a precursor to Hello Kitty. Look at that. Got a little bow, the whole deal. Yep. And, if you got someone who's into football, these are football buttons. So you got your helmets and you got your football buttons. Heck yeah. I'm telling you, this is going to wind up being, I've shown them a couple times. And, it has to be to the right person. But these are going to be like something that gets squirreled away in my jewelry making stuff because I just love this stuff. And I always think, well, one day I'm going to make that jean jacket again, And I believe these are newer, but not super new. And it's a whole bunch of little fish. And now here's the deal. How many little fish do I think there are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fish. What I find very interesting about these is they're called a craft button, but they have like a, where you would sew it on and then it would just hang and kind of flap. There's no buttony thing that makes sense to me because you couldn't sew that on tight enough where the fish would necessarily go into a buttonhole and remain closed. Or maybe you could. I don't know, man. Made in Taiwan. So totally 80s for James Alex Import, Oakhurst, New Jersey. Yeah. Okay. Those were the buttons. And I'm I think this is the 3rd time over a long period of time that I've brought these. What? Falling under the desk. Oh no. Y'all. They are so adorable. And these might get stashed up. If nobody claims these in the next couple days on rewatch, I'm just gonna be putting them in my littles. Okay. I got 2 people here. That's not really enough to run a sale. I will do 2 things right now. After I get the buttons back in the bag. Y'all, I'm struggling. I'm on the struggle bus. But Not as much as some people that I care about. Need to remember that. Need to remember that. Okay. So, people. Oopsie. What does anyone want? I've got, it's hot in here. Like I said, yesterday was 96. Today is 92. Then it's going to go down to the 80s, and then it's going to go right back to the 90s. So it's hot. Oh, Earthbound. I don't know how to do that. Was that right? That looks good. I've never done that before. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? It's like almost 5. Super hot in here. What other? Well, okay. I will show another lot. And then I think I'm going to see if anyone comes in, and if not, I am, going to call it, and then I can rebring things on Friday, or I can set it aside to bring another Wednesday sale now that I'm going to start doing lots. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. One way or another, it all gets out there in the universe, and, it all works out. And I get to be here with all of you, and I get to be here with my friend Earthbound, who, needs some peoples. Okay. 20. This is a lot of 3 bracelets, stretch bracelets. At 20, I'm making a couple, and it's a couple dollars. Not a lot. None of this am I making a lot of money on. With the exception of a couple items, I'm doing okay. But most of it, I'm just doing Wednesday deals. Maybe that's what I'll call Wednesday deals. Now, I used to every other week always have my buddy Karen chasing vintage on Wednesdays. And then, I went away once or twice, and my dad was in the hospital, and then she started going back and forth to Oklahoma. And, we tried a Thursday after not being together for almost 2 months. And then here it is again, another week. And I don't really know. I miss her a lot. And I don't really know if it's going to be working out so much that we're together very often. So, just switch it up to my own deal. So here, these are glass. I do not believe that these are a stone. Okay. Someone that I got them from sells them as stones. And I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong, because I didn't purchase them from wherever she purchased them from, right? So I don't know. But when I have them in my hand, they are like this really pretty, what looks to me to be dyed almost like crackle glass beads. So that's what I see. Now, for all I know, I'm totally off my walker. And these are some type of white and blue, what seems like glass, but is actually a stone bracelet. And this one is okay, wait a minute. This one is lighter, clear and blue. They're really pretty. Don't get me wrong. Glass or stone. They're really pretty. They're brand new. They're not vintage. So there's no wear, no tear. This one is like a smoky gray with blue and a hint of like pink. And if you can see in there, like down at the bottom, you see the little bit of like bubbles. Yeah. So, and then they're just stretch. I hesitate to put these kinds of things on over all my tons of rings. They're stretch. They fit me perfectly. And I am a ladies high end small. So I'm like a 7.5. So if you stretch this out just a little bit more, you could get it on a low medium. Okay. Low end of a medium. Earthbound. Here's this one. Beautiful ocean blues. I mean, again, they're modern, but that doesn't make them unworthy. And the colors are just, they're fabulous. So let's put this one on. And they would make great gifts, really inexpensive, pretty gifts for your friends and family, for your girlfriends. And, I have a lot of these. So in all different kinds of colors. So if someone wanted to reach out and hook up with me, I can offer them at a little bit lower of a price individually, not a lot, but a little bit, if you wanted to buy a whole bunch for Christmas presents, like stocking stuffers, or you belong to a club of people that do whatever, I don't know. You could gift everyone, or it could become something that's from you to everyone else. This is a really lovely, it's almost like AB. So this is like mica looking stones. It looks like mica to me. The flash, it's not marcasite, but it looks almost like mica. However, with the rhinestones being in there, I'm going to assume that they're all little rhinestones because of the cut, right? And then, so you have the big one and the two little ones. And then you have this pink, smoky, purple, faceted. They are glass. They are glass, and I'm really needing to take a good look at this. It could be ABs. It could be that coating. Or it could be a stone. It's cut. There's so many cuts that they sparkle like crazy. And, is there a stone out there that's like this? Maybe. Maybe. But it sure is pretty, I'll tell you that. Earthbound. Look at that. It's just really pretty. And depending on the light, you get loads of color and sparkle. And like I said, if someone wanted a big lot of these, email me. There's my email right over there. Okay. So all three for 20. You have your darker smoky, your clear and blue, and your all kinds of pinks and purples with the mica type rhinestones. Buy it now. Earthbound? Yeah, I'm going to call you tomorrow. Okay. So I'll bring out two. This is the last thing I'm going to do. You guys, I'm going to bring out two what I consider to be in R higher end pieces, and then I'm going to close the sale. You know, I've only brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I will have only brought 16 items in with me talking about an hour and a half. And, you know, that's pretty average for me because I take a little bit more time and I want to do that. But I only got, one $8 purchase. So I'm going to be done. I'm writing down the prices before I show it. And then we're going to call it for tonight. And that's okay. I've got, Fridays are always a big day. Okay. So my last two items, y'all, are starting bid of 23. I brought this Friday night, bringing it again. And I do. If I could move, I do have a down camera over here, which I need to start playing with and get comfortable with it. If I could show you how much stuff is stacked up right there to show you all the household goods I have back here that I could show you if anyone wanted to request seeing one of these items. I could surely do that for you. And then the amount of jewelry I have stacked up on 2 shelves down here, let alone the boxes at my homestead, and a big old box over there that I still need to sort out. I mean, I've got it. I've got it. And it's, I know that I have great items. I just don't get the traffic, I think. Okay. So this is a 1960s atomic metallic look brooch. I'm bringing it at 23. It sells for almost double that most places. It's fabulous. It has the 1950s, but this is like late 50s. Triangular tap. All of them do this. All of them swivel that I have seen. And when I say all of them, I've seen exactly 3. And I haven't seen one this color. Why they manufactured them like that, I have no idea. It is about 2 inches in diameter all the way around. This is what's the fabulous part. Look at that. This is a plastic that is painted with this incredible, like, triple star. Look at that. Every time I move it. With this huge pave, super shiny rhinestone middle. Look at that. I call it a pave. You could call it a dome. Let's call it a dome, okay? It's a dome o rhinestones. Dome o. Dome o rhinestones. it is spectacular. This is 100% collectible mod brooch. Let me show you it on Dolly. That's what her name is. Here's what's happening on Dolly. You put her in the middle. There you go. This is really, if you like vintage jewelry, if you like brooches, this is something you need to add to your collection. There's not a lot of them out there, and it is unique. It is a conversation piece. It is there is not an abundance of them out there. And it's a good price. Yeah, Earthbound. I'm definitely hitting you up as soon as possible. Yep, 2 inches in diameter. 2 inches in diameter. And this I'm wearing was from a set of 3. This is unmarked. There was a Monet and a 1928. 3 different gold tone necklaces. It's gorgeous. They're for sale. Okay. I don't see any interest in this. It's really nice. And it's not common. Will I say rare? I would almost use the word rare, but not quite. And it has 0 condition issues. 0. And there is some little maker's mark, something right there. I can't read it. Not a clue. And when I researched it, wasn't helpful. It didn't tell me where they were made or by who. So, you know. We gave up on that. The royal we gave up on that. Okay. This is my last item of the night, unless someone puts something in the chat, meaning if you've come in and you fast forward at ×2 speed on your wheel, you will see all the items I've brought, all the lots that I have brought for very reasonable prices. And you can tell me that you're interested in said lot, and I will bring it back up, and I have the prices written down, and I will happily sell it to you. You can also use this time to put in the chat that you are interested in plastic bracelets or clampers or a specific brand, or you'd like to see what's back there, or do I have any ... which would include some higher end collectible housewares and an ephemera, a lot of stuff. And if I have it, I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you. Yes, household items. Yes, Earthbound. Exactly. Household items like this. I'll just stop for a second and show this to you. This is stunning. This, it's a bigger, heavier piece, but it is really old. I would wager that this is actually like 1930s based on the glass. They said it's L.E. Smith. If it's a L.E. Smith piece, it really is. It's like from the 30s. It's heavy. It's a candy dip. It's gorgeous. Look at those bumped out pieces of glass coming down like this. As long as I'm showing it, I might as well show it. See the bottom? The stem is just hollow right on the bottom. That's it. I would wager this thing weighs over a pound. And this is so nice. Here's the inside. It's quite large. And then the reason why I know this is so old, here's the lid. Do you see all the lines in this glass lid? You see all of that whirling around and around and around? That is an indication of all the mold lines and of older, thicker, molded glass. And look at the top. It's perfect. There's no damage. I will sell this for $24 to keep in line with shipping. It's a big one. If anyone is interested in that, it's probably 10 or 11 inches tall and a good like 6 inches in diameter and 3 inches in depth. I mean, it's a big one. It's a big one. It's beautiful. I've never, and I think it probably weighs 2 pounds. But if you have a box going with me, now would be the time. Imagine putting twinkle lights in this, or your candies or your nuts during the holidays. And because the glass is so old, it's a little bit yellowing. I truly do believe this is from the 30s. So if someone's interested in that, holler at me. And I do. I have stuff like this always back here. Always. I just don't get a lot of requests for it anymore. This would be another really awesome thing. This would be $24. It is 100 years old. It is brass. It is a chocolate tin. These go for, they're collector's items. They go for almost 3 times what I'm asking, especially in this good of condition. It is Schrafft's, right? You remember that old, if you know your old vintage chocolates, Schrafft's is a name. Boston, Massachusetts, 1 pound. They would put 1 pound of chocolate. And here's a little latch. And I'll show you the inside is in excellent condition with that little bit of patina. These go for up to 3 times as much. And the inside is not in a nearly as good condition as this one. And it is with the lid, it's like 3.5 inches tall, and it's almost 10 inches in diameter. Really neat, neat shape, like this rounded, I don't even know what you call that shape. And look at the super old hinge. Yeah, it's remarkable, the shape that this is in. But it just didn't get rusted out and ruined in someone's stuff. Okay, so the last item, starting bid, no joke. Y'all are like, she's out of her mind, but that's okay. $54. And then it's $5:15 my time, and people are popping into other people's sales or going to eat dinner, or they're done for the evening, or, you know, all those things. No, this is not signed. This is very old. Do I know how old? 30s? Maybe the 50s. It's hard for me to date, but the workmanship is excellent. I bought this with the intention of keeping it for me. It's not, I have another one that I also bought, I believe, same place, and it works better. So I thought, well, I'll offer this one up to my friends. the quality of the stones in here, I don't know if it's check glass, because I don't. If it's check glass, although I love check glass and I want to say it's check glass, if it's check glass or if it's just Austrian. And I just don't know. But what I do know is it's exceptional. If you love this type of jewelry, this would be something that you too would want in your collection. Like I said, I have another one. The stones are huge and the clarity is unbelievable. No dead stones. There's that side of the clasp. Here's this side. Here is the back. Just such outstanding work. And for it all to be looking like brand new and being as how old it is. Yeah. I know you're like $54. That's nuts. But it's actually not. You will find prices all over the board for stuff like this. But for the ones, if you pay attention and you're looking for the ones that are really quality, you will see that they have always been at a higher price and that those prices are going up, up, up. Because they are the ones that are quality, as opposed to just, oh, well, there's another rhinestone thing. No, the ones that have like this deep blue, heavily faceted, huge cut like that, which is what makes me think it's like check glass. Go on another reseller's channel and watch when they bring up check glass. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all because it's such great quality. And here it fits me just like this. So it's a ladies 7.5, which is just at the high end of small. Wouldn't fit medium. It's from almost an inch to an inch wide. It's delicious. It's sexy. It's an investment. But it won't let you down. It won't let you down. Okay. Well, listen, everybody. I don't do recaps. But I have a few people in here. So I'll tell you, I brought multiple vintage earring lots. And I have even more of them. Multiple for, $7 for 3 to 5 pairs. Ooh, I know one thing I didn't show you. I don't know. Maybe I should wait till Friday now. I don't know. I brought, I brought like A through F and only one person bought those. I brought deco. Someone had taken Art Deco and Victorian pieces that were earrings and put them onto something that was done in the 80s with a new back. But they are, like, I brought a pair amethyst and a pair of super old opal on these little earrings for $13 a piece. Nobody bought them. I was just, and I have more than that. And I was astounded. You don't want that work? That's okay. I brought 1970s silver bunch of grapes necklace. Oh my God, on this chain. Fabulous. A lot of 3 brooches. $30, $10 a brooch. A blue glass drop necklace. The 3 gold tone vintage necklaces I talked about. The little button cards from the 80s that were so cute for $2. And I have I just showed a few household goods, and I have so much more. I have so much more. But, you know, where is the one thing? Okay, I can't stand it. I have to show these two, and I'll show them again on Friday. And then I really am going to go. Sure. As long as I'm on. But then I am. I have to check on my dad. It's so hot here. And I always worry about him when it's, I mean, this is seniors in the heat. It's not a good combo. So these are made in Italy. Teeny tiny mosaics. Oh my God. And they do not say gold anywhere. But I have to tell you that I feel as though they were at least echo plated, electric plated with gold. So here they're stunning, and they're tiny. Let's see if you can read. Made in Italy. Not really, but you can see there's something written there. They're clip-on, but you know, you could take these into a jeweler and get him to pull that off and solder a post on. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. I mean, it would cost a tiny bit of money, but it would be worth it for how gorgeous these are. These are, yeah, you can't see it any better on here. Here's the side view. And it has little, and I think I'm selling these too cheap, quite honestly. It has little tiny rounded edges. I don't think, you see that? Yeah. And here, so I believe these are, I think they're earlier than the 50s. I honestly think that. To me, it looks like a rose or a tulip. Look at that. Look how shiny. It's almost like it's mosaic, but I think this white is abalone shell. And the way they put something on the inside of the tulip so that it shines right there. And they just really thought, and then tiny little blue flowers around it. Did I put the starting bid in for this one? I did not. And I'm going to make it 35. The Made in Italy is so worn out on the back. I could barely read it. But everything on these, it looks like old gold. It looks like the old electroplated gold that they did in the 30s. I have many bangles from my grandmother and my great aunt Ho-Ho that have that kind of like electroplated kind of 8-karat gold from the 30s. And that's what I think is going on here. Here's the other one. This one has the tulip with the abalone around the outside, and then a blue flower with one little tiny like pink and another white one over there. And then the green is the leaves. But they are a pair. And they're tiny. They are, look how tiny. Tiny. So think about putting these together. tiny. I mean, what is that? I doubt it's even a half an inch. I doubt it's even a half an inch. Nope. It's a quarter, barely over a quarter of an inch. I mean, these are just heavenly. Heavenly. So if you collect micro mosaic, made in Italy, definitely gold plated, if not like an 8-carat soft gold. You want these. I will put them away. Look at how beautiful. Then that's the thing about this. These really have that abalone and everything going on where it captures the light in a way that I haven't seen the quote newer vintage mosaics doing that. Look at it. Yummy. Just yummy. Yummy, y'all. Okay. I have one other incredible painted glass bead earrings I could show you, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put them back. And I kind of strung it out a little bit to see if any of you are going to drop anything in the chat about what you might be interested in today. And you didn't, and that's okay. You know, Wednesdays is a day that every once in a while I sell a whole lot. But in general, I don't. I don't know what that's about. So it could be that, I mean, so you guys don't care about this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Yeah, because that's just who I am. For right now, this is my very small business that I enjoy and I love. And I do make a little bit of money for myself. But mostly I get a passion and joy, and I get to hang out with all of you. And that's everything right there. That's everything right there. But once my father passes on and I do some grieving, this is going to become my full part-time business, and I'm going to need the money. So I've been trying to continue to come to you Wednesday and Friday so that you see that I'm consistently here 2 days a week. Because when that model shifts and my dad is no longer here with us, I will probably come on 3 times a week, or I will do one like super long day. But for me, I'd rather spread it out into 2, like 3 or 4 hours, and maybe one more thrown in. So I've been trying to keep that momentum going so that everyone is used to it, so that when we get there, you know, you're used to that. That's what I do. And you know that you can come to me for quality. You know that you can come to me because I'm knowledgeable and that I have good prices. So that's what I'm trying to do. But in the meantime, Wednesdays is just a day where I spend hours and I don't make any money. So I'm going to have to examine what to do. Like, do I do Monday maybe? Or Tuesday? Do I come on in the morning? I don't know. So if any of you have any suggestions for me about that particular issue and what you think might work better, please let me know. I'm always open to suggestions. You can leave it in the comment. You can send me a private email, but I will not bite your head off. I'm totally open to suggestions. If you're rewatching this and you see any of the 20 items that I brought that you're interested in, please email me and let me know, and I will get you hooked up. If you're interested in the stone bracelets and you would like several of them for the upcoming Christmas, I can put them together and make you a deal on them. And Yeah. Barring any huge, God only knows what, I'll see everyone on Friday, and I am going to get my dinner, check on my dad, and then I'm going to go hang out with my friend, the traveling button, who is currently shopping at one of the most fabulous kitschy stores ever. Live shopping in real time, excellent prices, totally a blast, wonderful community, the traveling button. Okay. All right. I love you all. Earthbound, I'm going to be calling you. Okay. I love everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for engaging with me in the chat. Please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to share this out so that people can watch it on a replay, that would be great. Appreciate you. Oh, and don't forget, if you would have bought $65 or more today and live in the US, I would have given you half off in shipping. Yeah. Okay. Bye. This thing.